let's just be honest. Power is power is power. It doesn't matter what offense you're in. The difference is, instead of him being back here as a fullback, he's just loaded up here, or he could be hopping. So we're going to run our power out of Bam, no different than we did anything else. Blocking rules are the same. All right, we're going to run power to the top of the screen. Again, pro set. We're going to hop him over. He's going to kick. Now this was the year of pandemic, so we had some quarantines. Our guard doesn't do a very good job. He should wrap and pick up that guy right there who was the play side linebacker. If he does this play, I mean, it's still a good play. I think we score, but we make it a lot easier if we do our job properly. So again, power, simple. We hop to it. He gets inside the line of scrimmage, puts his head in the hole, drives the guy out. Turns into a big play for us. All right, as we said earlier, this is against GAC. This is when we installed it for the first time ever. Unveiled it. We're running power. We've just lined him up here. I don't know that we even hopped at this point. We just lined up straight to it. This is our weak set. So we've got a split end and a wing back. You got a tight end over here, H-back. He, in this case, is taking the place of the fullback. Okay. Another look at it. Here's the impressive thing. We do what we call a knockoff technique between anytime there's a wing and a lineman, whether it's a wing and a tight end or a wing and a tackle or a slot and a tackle. This guy is going to try to get inside of him and work his way up to the linebacker by getting in and ripping through his inside leg or inside half of his body. That allows my little wingback to get on the hip of this guy. All right. This wingback weighs 150 pounds. This lineman was at one time the #1 rated offensive tackle in the country, and he is 6'5" or 6'6", 320 pounds. And he asked out many a times in this game because this is the kind of stuff that was happening to him. He does a pretty good job of getting off, but he was just getting a little man in his hip all night long. Okay, so power hadn't changed. Now, you can set the guy over here, set your H over here, and run power back over this way, away from the wingback. They started locking in on the wingback, so we'd run it back the other way. Now, probably wasn't the best call when you consider numbers over here, but we were able to get inside and make a great play out of it. So you can run it just back to the base tight end set. Now we got into a situation a couple weeks later, playing Fannin County, and we decided, hey, let's just keep working on this thing. Let's get better at it. Now we just changed the formation, so it's unbalanced wing, and we're running power up top. I think we ran power against these guys 20, 30 times in the game. So down, down, kick, wrap. Let the guys in the secondary have to make tackles. Again, back to love it. Unbalanced wing. Later in the season, now we're going to hop this guy over here and run power. Okay, counter. Wing counter. Just like we do, except we can do it two ways. We can run it what we call counter B, okay, or true counter. So what we're going to do is show you what we call counter B, which means I'm going to pull tackle and bam. Okay, I'm going to pull tackle and bam. The bam kicks, the tackle wraps. So the bam is essentially taking the place of the guard. That's all he's doing. He's taking the place of the guard. His alignment's got to be a little tighter to the line of scrimmage, so he can let that quarterback clear. He should be a little bit wider, so that way he can get in that guy's hip pocket a little better than what he did right here. go back here, what you'll see is we've also run him with a tag or counter back. He wasn't paying attention. The starter was hurt, so he was inserted. He did a great job that night, but he did mess the fake up right here. He thought it was a counter, and he about tackled the runner on that play. So we ended up with a 5-yard penalty. We came back to it the next play because we liked it so much. You'll see that he does the right thing this time, and we don't pick up near as much, but again, it's another good play right here for us. Now let's look at some outside stuff. Quick pitch. We can have all of our perimeter blocking schemes that I have on another DVD or another video series for you. And then what we'll do is use him as our kick guy and then use our guard to wrap like he normally does. So we get what we call an alley call, which calls the guard off from kicking the corner and sends him linebacker to free. Now we're going to run what we call a deuce call. Deuce just means that I have 2 receivers cracking. That's all it is. So these 2 guys are responsible for the number 2 and number 3 defender. We leave number 1 alone and let him make the tackle in this situation. He's down, but we want his head over here to force the guy up underneath. Our X gets the wrong guy. But you can see our bam back. And again, our guard, remember the guy messed up earlier, he doesn't know the alley call's coming. And so he goes to get the corner. So I have 2 guys out here going to get the corner. And really didn't need 2. I would have had the other guy on the guy who made the tackle. So just knowing your calls, making sure that everybody in there knows what's going on, and get things done the proper way. Okay, one of the other things that we can do with quick pitch out of our BAM set is hop our BAM or our buffalo back opposite. In this case, we have twins right. We have him to the left with a tight end. Why do we want to hop them opposite? It's just like anything else. In our wing T offense, we want to have false keys. So whether it's an influence, whether it's what we call dummy, where we pull guards opposite, it's the same concept. What we're going to do is hop our BAM this way and run quick pitch this way. What I want you to do is pay close attention to the people that are moving. See them all moving already with the BAM back. You can see these guys taking off real fast. Just enough steps to get them out of the way to be able to run quick pitch. Now, this would have been a very, very easy play, but unfortunately my tight end doesn't take a good reach step. If we watch him here, he should be able to reach that guy. My guard comes around, and he would end up on that corner who we truck and get to the end zone with. But again, hop opposite, false keys, very important. I don't care what offense it is. All right, you can see those guys taking off with them right there. Now, again, simple base rules for quick pitch. They're manned up here because he's manned off. Our blocking rules for our wideout is if he gets man coverage, he's going to run fade. Run the guy off. It's the easiest block known to man. Then we're going to reach here, get your BAM around reach, get your guard around in the hole, and what you'll see, my halfback takes terrible steps. He had been out all season with a broken collarbone, so this is really his second game back, and he comes flat. When he goes flat, he's going to get in that track, and he and the guard are going to be real close to each other. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So again, quick pitch. See how tight he and the guard are? They should not be. He should be back here, which allows the guard to get around, make a block, so he can, right there, if I know this guy would have made the tackle, but if he's sitting right here, he's able to make a cut back against the grain and make a play. So again, quick pitch, really simple. Another quick pitch right here. You got man coverage. Guy takes himself out of the play, and we get enough guys, a lot of hats to the hole. All right. Appreciate you tuning in, checking us out. Again, this is a multiple wing tee offense using our buffalo package, or what we call our under center H-back runs and passes.